Increasingly, allotment holders are coming up against much bigger adversaries that do a lot more damage.
John Maguire has been investigating.
This is leeks planted about last September.
They enjoy the good life here in Stratton St Margaret on the edge of Swindon. As with many allotments, there's a waiting list. But growing your own here doesn't always mean you get to eat your own.
Biggest problem is the kids obviously get over in the site. Later in the season, when the crops are out, they actually come over and actually nick a lot of the crops as well. Smash up any canes that have been stood up. So it's quite an issue.
Yes, it is demoralising when they come and take something that's been growing for 6 months. Pumpkins, big bone of contention with me, 2 huge pumpkins, just to be kicked about over the field. It's not as though they need the food or anything.
The vandalism and the thefts occur mostly when the growers have gone home for the night. So, the police, with money from the parish council, have come up with a far-sighted solution: night vision.
Yeah, here we are. These are the night vision goggles that we're using. They're a really good bit of kit. They're lightweight, they're sturdy, got up to 200 metre range on a clear night with a 5x zoom, and they produce a really clear digital image inside, which is really good for picking out individuals that we might be looking for.
It's a foggy night. This is what the naked eye sees, but PC Key with his scope and our specially adapted camera see this. To give you an idea, remember, his jacket and hat are black. What are we looking for tonight? What are you on the lookout for?
Well, we're in an allotment, or quite a well-used allotment sites, and it's quite frustrating for the allotment holders because quite often they have their sheds broken into, they have their vegetables uprooted, and also because they're sometimes houses back onto them, they're quite good access points for people to get into people's back gardens, into their sheds, and then do dwelling burglaries. So obviously this is a good area for us to target, and if we can tell the criminals that we're basically owning the night a bit more with this sort of equipment, it's all good. Certain types of clothing shines out bright white as well, so if people are hiding behind bushes or in sheds, etc., it is possible to see them. And then obviously we can direct troops to intercept them, or we can go and tackle them ourselves.
Now, we're used to the concept of police helicopters with night vision goggles and thermal imaging cameras. This gives their colleagues on the ground a cheaper but just as effective way of seeing in the dark. Each pair costs around £350, cash from the council, which they believe is well spent, as keeping a watchful eye on this community is now possible throughout the night. John Maguire, BBC News, Swindon.
Yes, so allotment burglars beware.
Absolutely. Now, Engelbert.